Hello, my name is Shure. Enjoy. Well, we did it, and I cannot believe it. We have hit 1,000 subscribers, and I thought I would just make this little video, a video I quite like making, building Lego sets while just simply saying a thank you and answering some of your questions that you submitted. So without further ado, let's begin. And as I open this, I just can't thank you guys enough. It means the absolute world to me. Every single subscriber, every comment you guys write, I read every single one. And yeah, I just can't believe it. I just can't thank you guys enough for all the support, all the nice comments and everything, and I hope to just keep making content for the future, I suppose. Anyway, let's get this back. Right, that's quite a small set. That's quite a big little instruction booklet. Right, so I thought I'd keep it simple for this one just because I really like making these kind of videos. So I also have a set of questions here, so while I open these bags, I will open these and then I will start answering a couple of your questions. This set is split up into 2 bags. Always a nice crunchy sound is always nice. I believe this is the first time I've made one of these and talked through it as well. But we are celebrating a special occasion. Roll my sleeves up for this one. Get to laying everything out. I think this one was something like 290 pieces, but I'm not too sure about that. Right, so begin this set build. Yeah. Don't think you'll be able to see much of what's on the desk. This camera lens is quite tight, so I can't fit much in. But anyway, so the first question I received was from a channel called The Board Gamer, as in chess board, and he asks, what got you into making ASMR videos originally? Well, to be honest, it started off as, what could I do in my current situation? So, for example, I always liked watching these videos. I find them very relaxing and the sound effects very interesting. So I thought I could make these, and I come from a slight filmmaking background. I think there's another question a little later talking about that. So I thought, out of the current situations and the equipment I have, what can I make? And making these videos seemed to be the perfect choice, and almost right away after making my first video I realized that I really enjoyed the whole process. So I thought I'd continue, and now the more and more videos I make, the more and more I really enjoy doing it. I've always liked sound effects and recording stuff like that, and I love making videos and content, so I thought I would simply merge the two and you have ASMR videos. So that's how that came about. Right. The message continues. And how am I so good at it already? Well, I appreciate that, but I just spend lots and lots of time simply just on YouTube searching up, lighting techniques, microphone settings, your best kind of editing workspace and workflow, and just really just researching as much as possible. And every video I try and make something or edit it slightly differently to make each video better. I suppose that's he continues. You seem very talented with all the techniques, aspects of making a video, and it's very impressive. Do you have some sort of filmmaking background, or did you learn it all yourself? And then he goes on to say, sorry for all the questions. I really like your videos and hope you continue to make them, and I know you'll get even bigger with time. Well, yeah, so in a way I do sort of have a little bit of a film making background. I have, well, since I was young, always messed about with cameras and stuff, making short little film stop motion content, and eventually when I finished in comprehensive school, I went to a film and media college course for 2 years. However, sadly, it was during COVID, so we weren't there most of the time, so most of it was self-taught. But yet again, you know, I love doing this. I just spend time searching up stuff and just finding the best ways to optimize every single video I make. So yeah, my background would be more of just constantly making stuff, taking photos and everything until I just made stuff, really. Right, let's have a look at the next. There's just a couple. This next question, I hope I pronounce this right, comes from Cynthia X. Is there any particular trigger or type of ASMR video you like most, and which ASMR artist perhaps has an impact on you? So that's a good question. Which triggers do I like the most? Well, I quite like a bit of everything, really. It may surprise you, but I don't. I do watch ASMR, but not too much at the moment, because, well, I spend most of my time making it. And when you make so much and watch so much of your own stuff, it's usually hard to watch anything else. But I do like, I would say, favorite type of triggers would be, I quite like voice. People talking is usually quite a good one. Yeah, talking really, and stuff like that, and anything like scratching on that. You might notice that red chopping board I have, that kind of pattern I quite enjoy. Sounds like that, scratching. And the second half, I think it was, which ASMR artist has an impact. There's probably quite a few that have an impact. I really like, well, they're probably quite common answers, but I quite like JoJo and GB content. I find them really fascinating. I really like his worst reviewed series. I think I've probably seen them all, and I just find them so funny. And I really like the way Jibby edits her kind of the role play videos with the green screen. I find that the way they're edited is really good. So I kind of like that kind of style. This is quite nice. So far. I should probably turn that off. So yeah, so that was, I hope that has answered. I suppose those two are probably the most impactful out of the few, but I mean, there are many, many more people. Right, the next question here comes from, I hope this is pronounced right, WHS IT. And they say, what was your favorite video you have made? And that's quite a tricky one, because I do like lots and lots of the videos I make, but I think I'd have to narrow it down to probably one of, I really enjoy making the role play ones, so anything to do with a green screen and lots of visual effects and stuff there. They're usually my favourite ones. I really like, well, in the current situations, I mean, I don't get much choice with what I physically can do, because I'm in quite a small room. However, I really like green screen work. Marvel would love me. No, I really just like pretending to be different characters or in different situations. I would say probably some of my favourite videos I've made are the ghost videos, or the interrogation series. I think those ones have been my favourites to make, because with the ghost one, I think the effects look really cool. I get to be transparent and you can see through and everything, and I find that really fun to make. And speaking of making, I've just made a little bee, so I don't know. But yeah, so favourite videos, I would say probably the ghost ones, and anything to do, although I do like the world record speed video. I really like that, how fast cut that video was edited together. I think it turned out really well, and I'd like to make more of those videos in the future. That super fast cut together, I think it turned out really well. It looks really good anyway when you edit it together. However, you do lose quite a lot. I think it was about 30 minutes of footage, and it went down to about just 7 minutes. That's how much you've got to edit it. But it's all good. I do enjoy it. Alright, I'll do a couple of just building bits. It's quite tricky, actually, kind of trying to build and talk at the same time. Alright, I just think I'm building another bee here. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, this is my first ever Minecraft Lego set. I've never done one before. And it's really bright and colourful. I quite like the unique, bright and colourful sets. I find them very cool. So yeah, so I hope that answered your question anyway, I think, yeah. Right. I think we just have a couple more questions. And, well, a couple more times I can squeeze saying thank you in. As soon as I get to the end, of the questions, I will probably just allow just some of the sounds of the building. Right, we will have a look at our next question. There we go. And our second to last question comes from, and I hope I pronounce this correctly, Oni, I think. Oni or Onui. I have probably absolutely butchered that, so I do apologise. Anyway, they ask, what do you like to do in your ASMRs, and will you do remakes of your videos, / will you ever use the same ASMR trigger again? Yeah, so that's a good question. So I like, well, I've probably just answered in the previous question. I do really like making green screen videos. Anything to do with just being in a different place or a fun little editing technique, I do like them. Some of my favourite physical things to do, I would say, tapping. I quite like that. That's quite a satisfying thing to do. It's a rewarding thing as well because it sounds great. And yeah, I like doing anything. I quite like that rain stick. That's quite fun. And just trying to make it. Blimey, I just launched that. 1 second. Well, that was a stroke of luck. It didn't go too far. So yes, anyway, what was I saying? Stuff I like to do. But yeah, no, sometimes I quite like making simple videos. I really like the way that the one light source looks, so one light shining on half of my face and the other half is quite shadowed. I think that makes a really cool effect. And I like any video where I can get to try out that fun little effect. And I think it looks really good in camera as well. It's a really rewarding looking style. And I think the second part of the question was, would I ever redo the same triggers and sounds? And I definitely would be up for it. If there was a video or something and people really, really like the sound of it, I would definitely be up for making another version of the video, or even more. If, for example, if there was lots of different triggers in it, and one of them everyone really liked, I would be happy to use that again, or even dedicate a whole separate video just to use it. I would definitely be up for that. nice little spinning platform. But yeah, no, would I do the same thing? Definitely, I would. I mean, a couple of videos I've got at the moment, I've used similar kind of triggers in them. But yeah, no, I would definitely be up to use the same thing again. Well, this is the fun thing with making content. I like making what the people want to see. So if you ever had any ideas or ever wanted to see anything, then I would love to make your ideas come true. To the best of my ability, obviously. But yes, no, I will always... It's always nice to see comments when people say, could you use this, or could you try and make one of these videos? Because I love the challenge, and I would definitely try to make anything you wanted. Within reason, obviously. But yeah, to answer your question, would I do the same triggers again? If you would like it, I can do it. Right, so I hope that's answered your question. I would definitely be up to making more videos. Right, I believe we have one more question, and then I will leave it to just some nice, relaxing Lego sounds. And the final question comes from long-time subscriber and commenter now, Tiger. And they ask, who are your top 3 favourite ASMR artists? And that's a very good question, and I have almost answered it in the previous question, but I would have to say that's a good question, actually. Jojo, Jibby, and possibly I used to watch a lot of Dr. T. I think that was his channel, I haven't seen it. But his style and his whole series, how everything's like interconnected, was just really fun to watch. I really liked his videos. But yeah, I think they would be my favourite channels at the moment. I mean, like I say, I don't watch too much at the moment, but I would definitely, like to watch a bit more. But yeah, no, so them. I really like, who else? Well, most of the time, actually, I don't usually have a go-to. Sometimes it's nice to just look on either what's trending or the new things going up. I mean, someone who is really, really good, I think his name, I think it's Zeitgeist. I hope I pronounced that correctly. But his videos, I don't know how he does it. They're all like 3 hours long, crazy looking videos, and they're just so incredible to watch. I mean, his videos are just madness. But yeah, no, they're just, yeah, his videos are absolutely incredible. And the production quality is, well, perfect. The way he lights his videos and these smoke effects. And I think, I haven't watched one in a little bit, but I'm pretty sure he shoots everything in 4K as well. I can't remember if he even goes 4K 60 FPS for a little smoother style. I mean, I think I would probably, at the moment, I only shoot 24 FPS because the camera only allows it. But eventually I'd like to get a new camera and be able to shoot really nice, crisp, quality, high frame rate. Not necessarily just high frame rate content, because I will admit I'm a bit of a film buff and I enjoy the classic 24 FPS look and feel. You can't go wrong with 24 FPS, that's what I say. There's a little tree there. So yeah, I could talk about films for hours and hours on end. I absolutely love talking about that. Oh, I forgot to build the little characters. Not too sure what the character's meant to be. But yeah, no, his videos are just super, super high quality and everything else, and it's just so interesting to watch how he makes it. I love some of the videos. I really liked the lighting effect he did on, I think it was something like Hands Only or something, where he uses a ring light and he put his hands through just so they are illuminated, and then he obviously the black background to dull everything else out. I thought that was absolutely fascinating. But yeah, no, so hopefully I'd like to kind of continue and, well, come up with my own filmmaking and lighting techniques, and, well, hopefully over the next, whatever, create my own style. I mean, I have at the moment. But I'd love to keep going and just keep making content. There's a lot of pieces in this bag. Because I know this video might seem a little strange for a 1K sub-special, but this is only part 1 I have a whole separate second part idea, which I think, if you enjoy lots of fast sounds, and then you're going to enjoy part 2 of this video. Yeah, anyway, that concludes the questions that were submitted, and I just want to, thank everyone again. Every single subscriber, every single person that comments. It means the absolute world, and I, literally can't thank you guys enough for all the support and the lovely comments as well. I think a lot of you really like the videos I make, and I hope to just continue making more. Yeah, so that was up to the questions. I think most of the time now might just be some nice background building, and you can't go wrong with that. But I'd like, if anyone has got to this point in the video, if anyone would like to leave any video recommendations or ideas for things they would like to see, I would be happy to make them. As long as I can get whatever you require, or whatever the video idea, if it's possible, then I'm happy to make it. Because at the moment now, in a way, I'd like to get some new gear soon, recording equipment and stuff like that, but at the moment I just simply can't afford anything. So eventually, it may take a while, but I'm gonna keep on creating, and hopefully the video quality and everything should upgrade over time. Because I've noticed a big trend in content creation. A lot of people now are switching to 4K 60 FPS. I mean, like I've said earlier, I've come from more of a filmmaking background, so 23.976 frames per second is usually what I'm used to, but they do look rather crisp when you go up to 4K 60 FPS, because usually I just reserve the frame rate for things like slow motion, because in the future I would absolutely love to get a slow motion camera. I think that would be absolutely fascinating. how I could use that to make content with. I think slow motion ASMR has really not been explored, not that I know of. I haven't done much research into it, but I believe lots of fun camera editing styles and techniques can really enhance the experience, because I know cameras can record in slow motion, but if there was only a proper way to record sound effects in slow motion, because at the moment it's a very tricky thing, because trying to use slow motion audio sounds very strange, because you're stringing out. If you have a sound effect that maybe only lasts a couple of seconds, stringing it out, maybe double, triple the length of what it should be, the sound always will sound very strange. And I wonder in the future if there'll be a way, probably some kind of AI audio generated sound effect, so we could get an accurate sound for potentially what sound could sound like when slowed down. Sounds a bit funny, what sound could sound like. But that sound, we must need to know what it could sound like before we know what it can sound like. Yeah. I also came up with, by mistake, actually editing the rice spoon video the other day when I was making the timestamps for the video. I labeled it as white rice spoon. White rice spoon, white rice. And as I said it a couple of times over and over, I realize it's quite the little tongue twister. So if anyone would like to have a go, it is simply white. All you have to say is white rice spoon, white rice. No. See, I'm even confusing myself now. White rice spoon, rice, white. That. And if you can pronounce that 10 times quickly, I will be very impressed. Because for some reason I can't even say it just talking fairly slowly. So I will be very impressed if anyone would like to attempt that tongue trigger, tongue twister. Blimey, I've been doing too much ASMR recently. If you would like to attempt that tongue trigger, I've done it again, that tongue twister, if you would like to give a go at it, just somehow make a video or share it and I'll somehow see it. I'll be very interested if anyone can actually do it. White rice spoon. Spoon Rice White. Quite a tricky little one. I can just about say it normally. Yeah. I've kind of trailed off onto some kind of rant here, but I don't know, if you enjoy the sounds of my voice just casually talking to you, then I suppose you might like this. Yeah, no, so something I forgot to mention earlier, that I wanted to say a massive thank you to Jojo ASMR. He included me in one of his ASMR with subscribers special videos. I'd like to give a shout out. I'm sorry I can't remember who it was that recommended me to submit a video for it, but I want to say thank you to you, because when I did, my channel kind of blew up a little bit, and I had loads of really nice messages from people coming over and saying that they saw me in his video and they really liked the submission, and they've gone on then to subscribing to me and enjoying quite a lot of my content. So I can't thank you, Jojo, enough for bringing loads of people into seeing my little videos I make. And it means the world. Every single person that does subscribe, or even checks me out, or even shares me with a friend, it means the world. And I'd love to just keep doing stuff, basically. I'd love to turn this into a full-time thing at the moment, but at the moment it's not possible. But in as much as I can in my free time, I make these videos, and if I just had a little more, I could make a lot more. Yeah. But this is the stuff I really like doing, and I hope to continue doing it. I know this video might be quite slow and boring for a couple of people, but I see it as a nice little video to put on in the background if you don't know what to watch. But yeah, no, we've gone from something like 5 or 6 second attention spans, and I believe this is why I quite like making these videos, is because sometimes you can simply just put one of these on and it just stays on in the background while people try to sleep or relax. So I think this type of video, or this type of content, will always keep an audience, because if you're using these videos to fall asleep, you may not want fast, snappy content in your face. You might just want a nice, gentle video so you can drift off to sleep. And I think making these videos provides that perfect content for what people need to fall asleep. Because in a way it's a very strange style of content, making videos designed for you literally to fall asleep as you watch them. A lot of the time with content creation, say films and stuff, that's the last thing you want someone to do, fall asleep. However, with this, that's the idea. You want people to fall into a sleepy state of relaxation. And it would be curious to know if or how many people had actually got to this section in the video before, or if they had fallen asleep in it, which is my ultimate goal. I would be absolutely happy if at any point during the video they just simply fell asleep or just drifted off into a relaxation state, because I believe that these videos are what they are designed for, to relax you. This is quite a nice little Lego set, actually. I'm quite enjoying this. It's nice on occasion to have a simple build. Sometimes it's nice to just not have to think about where each piece is going. I mean, obviously I'm thinking about where each piece is going at the moment. But it's nice to know that I can talk, look at the camera, and know that I am still placing these little bricks in the correct places. And there we have it. This is actually quite a nice looking Minecraft B. I mean, for its equivalent to be built in Lego. And then you have this little grass section, very nice. And there we go. That concludes this set build. And I'd just like to say another thank you again for every single one of you that has subscribed. It means the absolute world, and I hope that one day I can do this in the future, just keep making these videos as a full-time thing. But for the meantime, I hope you enjoy everything that I'm putting out in the content. And that's really it. I haven't got much else left to say except thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.